Hello once again. I am back with another shitty video for you guys to watch. So congrats to the 4 whole people who seen the last video. You can now say I've become more shit than last time. I want to give a quick shout out to eStones for the quality advice for my channel.
Good video but needs less swearing and slower text to speech, and probably a different one.
Because my last video has so much swearing, for now on I will be sure to uphold the Christian values of Roblox and not make any inappropriate jokes. And by that I mean I'm going to fucking swear as much as I fucking can because it's my fucking video and you can't fucking tell me otherwise, you fucking simp lord bitch. But in all seriousness, no offense to you eStones. Now you might be wondering why I've came back out of my cave after over a week. Well, that's because I've felt like I found another vehicle that I enjoy, but it seems to be outcast by the majority of the community. So once again I'm here to show why it's underappreciated in the game and even give some examples of how it can be made more useful if a future update in the game allows it. So without further distractions, let's talk about the jet ski. The first thing I wanted to do this time that I didn't do in the last video is give a little brief history on the vehicle I'm talking about. So this time, with the help of the Jailbreak wiki, I can give some quick info. The jet ski was introduced to Jailbreak back in 2019 in the jet ski and robbery update. That's all I've got, I'm too lazy to finish. When the jet ski was first added to the game, I had only one thought in my head. How can I use this to make the game more interesting? You see, whenever I decide to spend my hard-earned cash on something, I keep one thing in mind. Fun.
Fun. If it's not fun, why bother?
At first glance, the jet ski seems to be one of the most pointless vehicles in the game. You can't use it on land. You don't ever need it when doing things like robberies because it's easier to get to the criminal base on land than by water. Plus, after almost a year of being in the game, it still remains the only water-based vehicle in the game. It's complete and utter trash. But even still, I've dropped a good 25k on this thing. Some of you might be asking me why waste money on something as stupid as the jet ski? The answer? It's cause I see potential in this floating hunk of metal. Like I said before, the jet ski still remains to be the only water-based vehicles in the game, which means it's unmatched in the one place where it can be at its best. The water. Despite it being restricted to water, it can still reach a top speed that will surpass the rate of most cars in the game. Let's just say that the jet ski is fast as the coronavirus that's currently infecting your grandfather. While the jet ski being the only water vehicle is the case, some players like to be little smart asses and think that by pushing their cars off the nearest bridge into the water, that somehow makes their car a water-based vehicle. But they don't seem to realize that in order for it to qualify as a water-based vehicle, it needs to do the thing that all water vehicles do. Float on the fucking water. Unless your car is fucking Jesus, I don't think it will be riding on water anytime soon. And besides, what's the point of being in the water when you can't even jump the ramps like the jet ski can effortlessly do at the simple flick of the wrist? I find more enjoyment jumping off the water ramps than I do jumping of the ramps on the mainland. This is due to the fact that the water jumps are more difficult to do, as where on land all you need to do is hold the W key and in some cases the Q key, and then you're off. Being able to jump over the tiny island is much more satisfying due to the fact that it took more effort and skill. The jet ski can be fairly accessible, being found at the city docks and the beach houses near the prison. Now be aware that if you're looking for something that will help you grind money faster, this isn't the vehicle for you. But if you're looking for some easy and wholesome entertainment, this is just the thing you'll need. Despite the lack of things to do with it mission-wise, it can be fun for other miscellaneous things varying from racing with friends, jumping ramps, or even seeing how far you can toss yourself onto land. This one is my personal favorite due to the fact you can pretty much send yourself face planting into a building at over 100 miles an hour and repeat the process 4 more times within the span of a minute. While the jet ski is fun in of itself, over time it has become more and more neglected by the community, even by bad CCNissimo. People would just rather spend time grinding for the next update rather than have actual fun. Now, I said I had an idea that would be a way to make water-based vehicles more useful in the game, and that idea is something along the lines of a water-based robbery. Hear me out here. I think it would be interesting to have a robbery that takes place in a location like an ocean or even the lake. players would have to take a jet ski and chase a boat carrying thousands of dollars and make it to safety before the boat falls off a waterfall or something. This would being used to the jet ski and make room for potentially more water vehicles. Now the chances of Jailbreak having a major water-based update soon is slim, but I think that an idea like this should be kept in the air for the time being. I know that my idea will be drowned out by all the hundreds of butthurt children crying about the jetpack glitch being patched, but if even one person takes my idea into consideration, then my job will have been done. I genuinely hope that someday the jet ski will be given more use than it has now, but until then I'm fine with chilling in the lake doing 360s off the ramps. Well, that's all the time I have for this video. With that being said, I need to go finish my ramp jumps.